Alright. Here I Let me start. Now, before this stream begins, Xbox did this thing. To shoot 'em ups. Hold on, let me just. No, I need that. Yeah. I'll just keep the controller on because I might end up playing something anyway. Alright, I'm not worried about that. Alright, so like I was saying, yesterday's stream, Xbox. There really is, but just for me, I've just seen a lot of shoot 'em ups here and there and zombie games. Overall, it was alright. I did not expect Guardians of the Galaxy to be, but I feel like the only drawback with that game is that you only, which to me, I don't know, man. You could say the same thing that argue like with certain Square games, like Kingdom. But yeah, it's okay. It's a good game. I mean, it looks good. Life is Strange remastered so quickly. That's good too. Then there is a new game. I guess assuming. I don't know. I don't think so. But if you guys know, let me know. They're re-releasing like Final Fantasy games that is coming out. Which is, and then the other game, what was it called? Let me look on it real quick. Actually, Origin trailer. Sometime I'll link you guys the video of on a part 2 of Final Fantasy VII Remake. Which, to be honest though, my expectation wasn't that high to begin with. The Union Cross finale not too long ago. Square Enix, it wasn't too bad, but it could have been. Capcom's about to start in about a minute. So let's see what Capcom's going to bring us. Today is Capcom, then tomorrow I think it was 12 p.m. Eastern. I think that's what it is, but yeah, either way, I'll be there to watch it. Hope you guys join me there. Will there be any new Mega Man games? I don't know. Will there be any new additions to Street Fighter 5? Will there be any new Devil May Cry games? Or, you know, Monster Hunter, something. We'll see. Again. Alright, let me turn it off. I'll come.
Welcome to the Capcom E3 Showcase. We'll hear from the Resident Evil Village team to Capcom Fighters. So what are we waiting for? The latest and greatest in survival horror. The chapter in this decades-long story as the franchise this year.
Damn, 25
I'm honored
years.
to be able to introduce producer on Resident Evil Village with a
Oh Lord, not that late.
She's everything to me.
Come on, rest.
Thank everyone who's prayed since we launched the game in May. Purchases Resident Evil Village will gain free access to our online multiplayer.
Welcome to the Capcom E3 Showcase. I'm your host,
and
Rachel. 5th anniversary this year. I'm honored to be able to introduce Tsuyoshi Kanda, producer on Resident Evil Village, with a special message
And
for
it
the
just
fans.
started on additional DLC.
Another time. Side monsters or battling them with friends, we've got something for you. First, let's dive into the 2 Wings of Ruin.
Okay, let's see.
Thank you, Kanda-san, for that wonderful update. Next up, some long-awaited news from the world of Monster Hunter. Whether it's adventuring alongside monsters or battling them with friends, we've got something for you. First, let's dive into the brand new story-based RPG entry to the series, Monster Hunter Stories 2: Wings of Ruin.
But I heard that Guardian Ratha had survived and
You were given Red's kinship stone, and now
This was his fate. Red may have been strong and skilled, but against the awesome power of nature, he was merely a man. He never stood a chance.
all around things just kept getting worse. But I heard
Not me,
that
folks.
Guardian
Let's do it.
Ratha had
There we go.
survived and returned to Hakone Island. I went there to see Red's old monster. Then, of course,
how do you control them?
that's when I met you. It's not about
You were given Red's kinship stone, and now Arathalo said, "This is destiny."
This is the legendary monster, Ray's Wing Ratha, the monster with the wings of ruin.
It's said that a beat of its wings can bring about waves of destruction.
Many people believe there's a connection between the strange happenings and the wings of ruin. He needs to know. The pits are appearing everywhere, and they're emitting a strange light.
The flames of his life force weakening. whole idea of forming kinship with monsters. How do you control them?
It's not about control. Monsters help riders of their own will. And the bonds between monsters and riders are just like your bond with Tsukino.
I've seen a lot of story, not enough gameplay.
What kind of power does Ratha really have? Why are all of these pits appearing? And who are those people who want to take Ratha for themselves? All I have are questions.
If there's worry or doubt in your voice, Ratha will become anxious too. He needs to know that you will protect him no matter what.
I can sense the flames of his life force weakening. The burden of such great power.
Great! Alright! Oh, and of course, Amiibo.
A voice.
Okay.
Can you hear it?
Monster Hunter Rise will be joining Monster Hunter
monsters. Surely you can groove with fellow humans.
Monster Hunter Stories 2. Wings of
They have the power of
version.
kinship. They're friends. They're monsters. Humans
That's not
carry
the
this
only
trait
way to
with
join the
everyone
hunt.
they meet.
Millions of
That makes them strong. My
in
friends here
collaboration
taught
on
me
the
that.
rise. Let's find out more.
I believe in the strength of humanity.
Ruin trial version.
Rathalos is no runt. Moon's blessing emerged. I have a good feeling. What will it be? Moon's blessing emerged.
It just happened.
Time to be a Monster Hunter fan. With all the new updates to Monster Hunter Rise and the launch of... Well, that's not the only thing Capcom has in store for Attorney Chronicles. North American and European future attorney Resolve, which were previously only available in Japan.
second home.
You'll travel back in
Objection!
time.
You can take on Rondine.
Phoenix Wright's ancestor in this action-packed. There has never been a better time to be a Monster Hunter fan. With all the new updates to Monster Hunter Rise and the launch of Monster Hunter Stories 2 this summer. We can't wait to hear about your own stories of adventure. Well, that's not the only thing Capcom has in store for us this July. Fans of Phoenix Wright will have new chapters to explore with the release of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. North American and European future attorneys will finally be able to get their hands on the Great Ace Attorney Adventures and the Great Ace Attorney 2 Resolve, which were previously only available in Japan. You'll travel back in time to the late 19th century Japan and London to play as Ryunosuke Naruhodo, Phoenix Wright's ancestor, in this action-packed prequel. Now, let's hear more about the story.
So then, let us unravel this mystery. It contradicts the facts.
Welcome to the center of the world. Great Britain's mighty capital, London.
This country is incredible. I will become a lord. I have to.
So then, let us unravel this mystery
and
discover what events
where you can take
led
on the
to this
role of a
curious
defense
murder.
attorney.
Who are
Now,
you?
we all want to see some
Sherlock
gameplay, right?
Holmes.
Let's take a
Must have
closer
heard me.
first look
Well,
at two gameplay features new to the franchise.
It's not really my thing, but okay.
Mr. Naraho.
And summation examination.
Hello, I'm
It would
John.
seem the
Capcom's
truth
marketing brand
is now
manager.
tantalizingly close.
The defense demands its right to a cross-examination.
Coming to the Ace Attorney series.
Objection! Your testimony completely contradicts the facts.
While investigating to prove your client's innocence.
Objection! My lord, with all due respect, this is an outrage!
And the brilliance of deduction from Detective Herlock.
You're the best lawyer in the world.
Grandiose, yet flawed, series of conjectures.
So we have 10 new cases and 8 mini escapades where you can take on the role of a defense attorney. Now, we all want to see some gameplay, right? Let's take a closer first look at 2 gameplay features new to the franchise in the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles: Dance of Deduction and Summation Examination.
Hello, I'm Jonathan, Capcom's marketing brand manager for the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles.
So this is the capital of Great Britain.
Where to?
The Supreme Court in Whitehall, if you wouldn't mind.
The Capcom team is thrilled to present 2 new gameplay features, Dance of Deduction and Summation Examination, coming to the Ace Attorney series.
We'll then discuss to correct the flaws in her life.
While investigating to prove your client's innocence, players will come across conspicuous situations that require further examination with the help of Ryunosuke's legal aid Susato and the brilliance of deduction from Detective Herlock.
As players present new evidence and observations, upon uncovering the truth, you know
Ryunosuke and Susato will then discuss to correct the flaws in Herlock's deduction. At this point, players will be prompted to search for clues that help identify the errors in the detective's logic and reveal the truth to the mystery. As players present new evidence and observations, Herlock will amend his deductions based on the new information.
of the innocence of their
Upon
client.
uncovering the truth,
progress will be displayed
Ryunosuke and
represented
Herlock
by
enter into a semi-metaphorical, semi-literal dance that brings them to the conclusion of the
summation
dance.
examination. The guilty verdict.
Conflicting statements and sway the jury in your favor. You ready to provide evidence from the court record? If you successfully point out one of these contradictions among the higher you fall towards the scales above and literally tip the scales of justice in your favor.
Objection! My lord, with
Okay. Can we move on, please?
Thanks for watching.
It already already seems like I have a bunch of...
In courtroom battles, players will attempt to convince 6 jurors of the innocence of their client. Their progress will be displayed and represented by 2 scales of justice, one black, representing a guilty verdict, and one white, representing a not guilty verdict.
Objection!
Let's close out today's
Summation examination. Take the stand to face off against the jurors, all of whom provide explanations as to why they've reached their guilty
They'll
verdict.
tell us what's been... all the other content on Capcom Fighters. Over to you guys.
You'll have to identify conflicting statements and sway the jury.
From 2 of the stars of Capcom Fighters, Rob TV and Vicious. They'll tell us what's been going on with Capcom esports, including updates on the Capcom Pro Tour, Intel World Open, Street Fighter League, and all the other content on Capcom Fighters. Over to you guys.
Okay.
Zero and feel pretty goddamn good doing it.
That's right. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Capcom esports presentation for E3 2021. My name is Vicious, commentator for the Capcom Pro Tour as well as Street Fighter League, here with competitive Street Fighter 5 player and host extraordinaire Hollywood, Rob TV. What's going on, Rob?
I think that scene is very competitive.
Host extraordinaire. That just sounds beautiful. It has a ring to it, and I think that's the perfect word to describe what we have for everyone today. Street Fighter 5, Capcom E3. It just feels right, and you feel the electricity in the air. Nice! Nasty. And there might be some people at home, Vicious, who don't fully know what competitive Street Fighter 5 is. The long and the short of it is this. We travel all around the world, state to state, country to country, and we try to bring our opponent's life bar from 100 all the way down to 0 and feel pretty goddamn good doing it.
That's right, Rob. If you think you're the best in your region, sign up to Capcom Pro Tour to become possibly a world champion at Street Fighter 5.
The double perfect, the way he looked at the camera.
That's right, we take all our events.
Ever expect another man's controller?
So in this year's CPT overall, it's a series of tournaments that have $5,000 on the line for each tournament, but that money alone, that's not what's really at stake here. It's about making it to the granddaddy of them all. Capcom Cup.
For Japan for the Capcom Pro Tour.
Not only can you catch
just reset in grand finals of World Cup.
So behind me, you can see in all of its glory the Capcom Pro Tour 2021 official stage and set, and that's a place that you are very, very familiar with.
That's right, we take all of our events and broadcast it live from this stage, and we check out all of the top competitors from each and every one of these regions. And speaking of, the Capcom Pro Tour has shaped up a lot. 2021, we have 32 events going on in the Capcom Pro Tour, spanning across 19 different territories. So there's so many opportunities for players from around the world to get that ticket into Capcom Cup this season. I'm absolutely excited because, again, that is a big change from what 2020 was into what we can expect for 2021.
And Mago is your first qualifier for Japan for the Capcom Pro Tour.
Not only can you catch the Capcom Pro Tour live on the Capcom Fighters channel, you can do so on a plethora of platforms. We have it on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Of course, if you don't catch it live, you can also check out the VOD for all the competitive studying you would need to become a successful Street Fighter 5 player, as well as catching some of the community-focused content that we have on Capcom Fighters. We have No Neutral, the official pre-show of the Capcom Pro Tour. We have sets where we take players from around the world and play off in an exhibition first to 10. Not only that, actually, we do have Street Fighter League that happens season after season, non-stop action, 16-3, duke it out in this battle tournament series to see who will walk away with the championship and the $150,000 prize.
Street Fighter League is something that you don't want to miss because normally we only have 1v1 content, but now you actually have your teammates at your back, and every decision that you make is not just about you anymore.
Look for more news on Street Fighter League later this year.
It's Oki time. What's gonna happen?
Nice.
He checks it. He checks the movement.
Going on after
what's happening.
It's so good.
Let's not forget, the Intel World Opening is happening right now. Top players representing 11 regions around the world are competing for their place in the World Finals happening next month. Be sure to check out the official website for more information, including current standings and broadcast schedule.
To commemorate this event, everyone who logs in during this period will receive an exclusive competitor title and dojo object. You do not want to miss this.
I highly recommend everyone to stay tuned for future Capcom.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm not.
Capcom Fighters channel.
And again, we've had so many events so far. We started off with the Japan region. We've had a couple of more events going on afterwards, but the action does not stop. In fact, we're going to be continuing off with the Midwest region for the Capcom Pro Tour. I know you're definitely excited about that.
100%. I mean, of course, your boy is from Ohio. Make sure you guys tune in to see the tournament.
You do not want to miss
Remember to check
some of
out
the best
Capcom Fighters Twitch and YouTube channels for more information and to watch the latest matches. So that's a wrap for Capcom at E3 this year. Let's recap.
Oh, that was short.
I dare you! This is a game about being a world warrior. Capcom College Tournament.
Yeah, this one was very brief.
Obviously, they got a rivalry. I'm the best in the world.
This game has changed the lives of so many people.
Kaiser's 25th anniversary.
Nice! Oh, the pop-off! That's what I'm talking about. I told you it's gonna go to the limit, and I ain't liable to beat.
This is the ultimate Street Fighter 5
It's Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin, and Monster Hunter Rise. And don't... Thanks, guys. It's been a really exciting season so far, and I can't wait to see how this plays out on the road to Capcom Cup. Remember to check out Capcom Fighters Twitch and YouTube channels for more information and to watch the latest matches. So that's a wrap for Capcom at E3 this year. Let's recap what we all saw. Resident Evil Village is back with the latest installment.
I wanted more, honestly, man.
RE-verse as part of the franchise's 25th anniversary. We have
It didn't really wow me that much, but I do like the look of the game. It looks good.
Monster Hunter Stories 2, Wings of Ruin, and Monster Hunter Rise. And don't forget to go back in time with the great Ace Attorney Chronicles to tap into the family history of Phoenix Wright and solve new cases. Finally, don't miss out on the esports fun. Make sure you catch the latest matches with Capcom Fighters. There really is something for everyone here today. But don't go anywhere. Join the conversation on Twitter and make sure you check out the Capcom virtual booth on the E3 portal to watch all these videos again.
It's the Street Fighter tournament thing that they're doing.
Thank you for being
the
part
esports
of the Capcom
event.
experience at E3 this year.
I definitely would like to see that. But overall, though, I was expecting a little more, but you know, still, I want to see him more or less. Around about half an hour. It was like near 30 minutes at most, but I would say about a good 27 minutes at best. But I guess it's about announcement of Devil May Cry 6. Great that you pushing games. Village Resident Evil and Street Fighter 5. That's great. And you know, the Ace Attorney games, I never really played them, so I'm not really that interested in it, honestly. I mean, if you guys are, that's great. You know, let me know. But game, it looks good. I feel like, you know, the whole story thing kind of, I don't know, it kind of turned me off a little bit. Maybe because I'm not a Monster Hunter guy. Maybe. And the length of this thing didn't help either. It was short, man. I mean, these short things, man. I mean, come on, man. It ain't just a pandemic, man. It was before that, man. Because, you know, you got these companies that ain't showing off a lot. I mean, come on. This is supposed to be an event where you know, you want people to I understand that, you know, certain are not finished. I mean, we want more. Ask for. But then I say this because, you know, you got things like Sony and, you know, Nintendo do their own little stream thing from time to time, you know, especially like, you know, Nintendo Direct, which Nintendo's doing tomorrow, by the way. But, you know, they don't. And that's one of the reasons why E3, in my opinion, has been losing steam over the years, because, you know, do it whatever they want and whatever they're good to go. I just want good things. To, you know, bring that heat. You know, these companies, you know, they gotta bring that heat, man. If you really want customers to buy your stuff, right now, to me, you know, Microsoft, like, it did a better job than Square Enix. I mean, come on. To me, I'll give it about like the same as more or less, but I would give it like about 6.5. This one's just to me is a 6, because I'll put it this way: I come into these things with not that much expectation, but something's gotta wow me. You know, something's gotta raise my bar, and you know, something's, you know, like Resident Evil Village kind of raised the bar a bit for me personally. And I do like the look of Monster Hunter games, but again, you know, too much of that story and blah blah blah, you know, really kind of bored me a little bit. And like I said, you know, video games for me and personally is supposed to be fun. And that's fine. That's perfectly fine. The story is engaging and entertaining in a way that keeps you engaged in the game, then that's good. I think that's about it for my take on the Capcom side. So Nintendo Direct. So let's see what Nintendo gonna bring. I hope they bring out some good games, man. I hope they do. With that being said, y'all have a good night. I might come back later. Your boy got some episodes to record. I got some episodes that I need to make for this channel, because I don't want to leave you guys hanging. With that said, let me go ahead and get started, and I'll check you guys out tomorrow. Hopefully very soon for you guys.